Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Today I'm going to look at a couple of watches from Hanhart from the 417 ES collection. There's a couple of variations here. For example, this is the 417 ES 1954. And this is a very similar looking watch, which is the flyback version of it, which is the ES 1954 flyback. And these two are 39 millimeters wide. And this watch is very similar to it. It's the same as this is the flyback, but it's 42 millimeters wide. Both the case sizes come in both of these dial styles. And then you can also get the slightly more retro version, which is the non-flyback. And then with the flyback, you have the version which has the closed case back here, as you can see, which is going to go to the anti-magnetic resistance of that version. And then you have the version like this, which has the display case back, which does not have anti-magnetic resistance or as much as the version with the closed case back. So that's an interesting level of variety there. A couple of different movements, a couple of different styles, all in a classic Flieger look, or a German Flieger look, which is what Hanhart is all about. The reason it was called the 1954 is these were produced starting in 1954, and this is essentially a modern remake, if you want to call it that. Very pretty watch. I've always loved these sort of early aviator chronographs, and what they did is they combined a really sensible 39 millimeter wide case, love the boon strap, with a manually wound Sellita chronograph, but not an automatic. But the Sellita does a great job of providing all the movement durability you could ask for. And again, because it has a manually wound version, you can feel like it's a little bit more retro. So I think they did an excellent job there. And like you can see, there's just a lot of variety there. You want the all black dial, you got that. You want the black dial with the white subdials, you got that. You want the reverse of that, you got that. So it's really great that Hanhart has reintroduced the 417 ES collection, but with all this variety. So this is the first one that I wrote about, which is that non-flyback version. And then you can see here you have the flyback version. Really small differences on the dial there. You can see the text is a little bit different. This one, the 1954, says anti-magnetic shockproof. This one adds the additional line of flyback because it's a slightly newer model. But this one, this one came out, I think, a year later, or maybe not even a year later. And then here we have the slightly bigger case. Like I said, it's a 42 millimeter wide size versus a 39. I tend to like larger watches. I actually prefer the slightly smaller case here, just because I think it looks good for my wrists on the boon strap. This might be the boon strap for the smaller one. They may have accidentally sent one of the smaller ones, or as you can see, the boon strap is a bit on the smaller side there. So I think what happened is this is the boon strap for the 39 millimeter case, but you get the idea there. And like I said, this 42 millimeter wide case is also available with the black dial with white subdials, which I think is a little bit more popular, even though the white has a really great look to it. This is a free moving bi-directional bezel with sort of the red at the tip there. That's a little bit more traditional aviator style, as opposed to the diver style timing bezel that people tend to use a little bit more frequently. I would say that this version right here, the 39 with the black and white dial, probably my favorite one if I had to choose there. Just sort of the right mix of the flyback movement. I love the black dial with a little bit of the white. That is just a very hip looking watch in my opinion, and I think that Hanhart did a really good job. Prices of these vary a little bit depending on the version, and there's also some upgrades and things like that. But the stock version, so to say, of both the 42 millimeter and the 39 millimeter version of the Hanhart 417 ES Flyback is 2,390 euros. Not too bad. I'd say that's actually a pretty good price given the quality. Really nice leather straps, by the way, as well as the design and the real heritage. Hanhart is the company that has been making these, the German company that's been doing this for quite some time. You can see the full review on aBlogtoWatch.com. Thanks so much.